Yay! Welcome to 2017 Inspired Tribe. I'm super excited. I just posted our Success Club points from last month for the team, and I'm like super duper impressed with everyone. So way to go, everyone, for helping people showing up who have been kind of MIA, which is, kind of just happens the end of the year, quarter four. That's just what happens. And now we're in quarter one, which is super exciting because this is kind of when everyone gets kind of revived again. And it's a good time to get revived again because there's a ton of people who are ready to be helped. I'm already at Success Club 9 for the month. So that's super exciting because I've just kind of tried to stay on top and ahead of the ball because, as much as I don't 100% believe in resolutions, I just feel like people should make changes when they want to make changes. A lot of people do. And a lot of people are making the resolution to get fit and healthy. So now is the prime time, especially with the amazing new challenge pack. Oh my gosh, you guys. People are just loving it. Every single program Beachbody has ever launched, plus whatever programs they launch in the coming year, and they usually launch 2 or 3 new programs. And we know there's probably one coming. I don't know how long they take, but there was the trainer from the 20s that won the reality show for Beachbody. So they definitely have to be coming out with one of her programs. And I know that they have other things in the works. So anyways, people who get the all access challenge pack get access to all the programs, plus whatever new ones come out, plus Shakeology, plus portion containers, all for $199. And that promo ends in February. So the last day of February, they're going to reanalyze the price because that is super inexpensive. Shakeology is usually $130. The portion fix by itself, I think, is usually $38 or something like that. I think it's reduced right now, but so what is that? So they're getting the on-demand for an entire year for 4, 5, 6, 7, $30, $40 for an entire year of workouts. Okay, you guys, hello. And it's super funny because I've been noticing when I've been talking to people that I phrase it different ways. So if they're super excited about the on-demand access, I'll say, yes, you get say they're super excited for the Shakeology. I will say, yeah, the on-demand is $99 and you're getting a discount on the Shakeology. And the Shakeology is only $100. But if they're really excited about the on-demand, I'm like, yeah, well, the Shakeology is $130, but then you're getting the on-demand for $69. So I kind of play around with the numbers a little bit. And then if they aren't buying it, then that's when I throw in. And the portion fix is, $38. So and then you can really break it down for them to help them see the value. And I have to remind you guys this, but I do this with almost everybody, is when people if they say something about Shakeology being expensive, breaking that down for them, because how often can you buy 30 meals at one time? You're buying 30 meals, comes out to $4.33 a meal. You really can't buy a nutrient-dense, healthy meal for that much. And honestly, not proud of it, but Bobby and I went to Jack in the Box the other day, the day after New Year's. I had a little too much champagne over here. And anyways, we went to Jack in the Box, and it costs almost $20 to go for 2 people. And we just each got a meal. And I was just $20 for Jack in the Crack? What the absolute heck? Ugh, disgusting. Anyways, okay, not my proudest moment. But it just is kind of cool for me to go out in the real world sometimes and see what people are paying money for. And if someone's willing to pay almost $10 for a meal from a fast food place, then they really need to I think it's easier for them when you break it down, what's in Shakeology and how much it actually is per serving. Anyways, me and my little rants there. That being said, let's do our shout outs. I posted the December shout outs in the team page, but for this month, Liz is on the board with Success Club 2, and it might be 3. I'm not sure if it's one of the all demand or all access packs, but in case anyone's confused on that, the way that works is you automatically get the 2 points, and then the 3rd point is applied the following Tuesday. So if anyone sells one and they're like, what the heck? I thought it was 3 points. I only see 2 points. It updates the next Tuesday. So that's how that works on that. in case you were confused on that. So way to go, Liz. And I'm at Success Club 9, like I said, so that's exciting, especially since last few months I've been like waiting to the last minute. It feels good to be ahead of the game now. And then I'm just gonna, because I don't have a coach to shout me out, I'm gonna shout myself out. And as of last month, I made Success Club 10 All-Star Legend, which is no easy feat, you guys. That means I hit Success Club 10 for 2 years straight. And I am very excited, and it's something I've been pushing for 2 years. So it's been a long goal in the making, and I finally did it, and I'm super duper excited. And I mean, you guys, like the day after Christmas, I was at Success Club 2, and I just remember kind of like having a mini freak out. I was like, I'm going to have to dip into my savings and give money to people to like have them order. I was like totally freaking out, but I didn't have to do that. And I ended up at 26. So it's just crazy what happens if you actually just get to work, which is kind of the theme of this call. But before I move forward, did anyone want to shout anybody else out just for anything else? I also wanted to shout Liz out on her consistency on her social media. And she got Success Club 12 last month, which is like her new record. And that's super amazing. And hey, it could be month 1 of an all-star status for Success Club 10. So, so I really think that Liz's consistency is showing up in her numbers. So I'm super proud of Liz for that. And then I'm super proud of Amy for kind of getting over her blues. And she was in a car wreck and just kind of went downhill a little bit, and she's back and she's excited and motivated, and she scheduled a one-on-one call with me today, so that was super fun to have that little call with her. And then Jamie and Tyler, I'm excited to see you two kind of more veteran coaches back in the act. Okay, anyone? Molly says she would like to shout all of you out for being here tonight and hanging out with her mom. That's what Molly said. Okay, well then I will move on if no one else has any shout outs they want to do to each other. Okay, you guys, the first thing I want to say is Super Saturday is this weekend. I think most of you already know that, and we post it. It's been posted in both the team pages. So definitely go to a Super Saturday if you can. They really are inspirational and motivational, and they always help me kind of get a pep in my step. And it's just fun kind of like networking with different coaches in your area, especially if you're kind of a newer coach and you want to make connections and be able to have like coffee dates and that kind of stuff with other coaches. This is a great opportunity to be able to meet other people. Another thing I wanted to talk about is the Success Club trip registration is this month. And so I know that not all of you are like on the list for, there's like, the way they're doing it now is that they have a line. So you have to like get in line to register for the Success Club trip. And the reason they're doing this, in case anyone's like irked about it, the reason that they're doing this is because in the past, so many people would register ahead of someone who actually works the business and is like trying the business. And so it was kind of unfair for the people who are actually like working their businesses to not be able to go on these Success Club trips that are about the business, because you can pay your own way if you don't earn it. And so it was just kind of unfair. And so they thought, well, let's look at the Success Club point numbers of, the people over the year, and then we're going to make a line of 5,000 people. And I think Jamie and I were kind of talking about it, and we think it's probably going to be double that number. So what's going to happen is everyone on the line is going to have a window to register, and then it's going to go to open registration. And I think that's the 18th or 19th. I have that on the calendar in the team page. But if you are interested in earning the trip for 2018, here's the way it works. When your window of registration opens, you pretty much want to be on it like the minute it opens, because usually they sell out within 2 minutes. And the way it works is you go and you register, and I think usually it's about $300 non-refundable deposit to hold your spot. And yeah, that's that. So, and then here's how you earn it. So it's $1,200 throughout the entire year to earn the trip. And your dollars come from Success Club points. So if you hit Success Club 5 or higher, you get $10 per point. So in a perfect world, if you hit Success Club 10 every single month, that would be 100 points a month times 12 months. That'd be 1,200 points, which is $1,200 for the trip. So Success Club 10 for 12 months gets you exactly the $1,200 that you need to pay for the trip. But they have promotions. So January, this month that we're in right now, they're doing double trip dollars. So if you get Success Club 10, that's actually 20, not in Success Club, but just in the trip dollars. So that's actually $200. So whatever, or you can do it, Success Club 10 is $100, they're going to double that to $200. So it really kind of like goes quickly. I think last year I paid off half of my trip in January, which meant I think I got Success Club 30. So I helped 15 people. Really not that many people, you guys. Like, it sounds like a lot. And so this is what I wanted to tell you guys. Amy and I were talking about that earlier. And I'm like, yeah, it's really not that many people. I helped 15 people last January and paid for half of my trip in 1 month. And she kind of, the look in her eyes was kind of like, really, Danny? But I remember vividly watching the surge, which is kind of weird that we're not having a surge. But I guess the Super Saturday is going to be the surge. I don't know. Maybe we'll do a surge after Super Saturday. But anyways, I remember watching the surge. It was the cruise. And you can get, if you hit Success Club 10 every month, it would have been in 2015, you got like $1,000 onboard credit. Or I don't remember how much it was, but you got a certain amount of onboard credit to use on the trip on the cruise. And I remember thinking, there's no way you can hit Success Club 10 every single month. Like, that is impossible. Like, who can even do that? And I just remember thinking, that's insane. Like, that is so unfair. You know, like, our egos get in the way and we just play victim. I'm just like, that is so unfair that they make this rule that you have to hit Success Club 10. Well, little did I know that was going to start me on my journey to being a legend. So that was my first year of hitting Success Club 10 every month. I didn't think it was possible, you guys. I know how you feel. The only difference is once I hit a high Success Club number, it became my new standard. So each time I like help a lot of people in a month, and I'm like, that wasn't that hard. Like, I literally am like, that wasn't so bad. Imagine if I put in, a little bit of work, a little bit of extra work each month. So now like Success Club 20 is my standard. Which, again, you guys probably think I'm crazy, but I don't know if Liz can kind of feel me on this because now she's gotten 12. So I don't know if you feel that way, Liz, but you're like, I better get 12 every month.
No, I totally agree. Like, I didn't really feel like I worked super hard to get 12. Mm-hmm. And just like you said, like, if I just put a little more effort in, I could have, like, got double that.
Yeah.
So I totally agree.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I don't want you guys to think, oh my gosh, you have to hit Success Club 10 each month to earn the trip. Like, I mean, honestly, that's kind of like, I feel like it's kind of relaxed that that's how you earn the trip. Like, that's only 5 people a month. Even less. That's like 3 people a month or 4 people a month with the new 3 points, all access. So be ready for that, you guys. If that's a goal of yours, you get a U+1 on these trips. And so that's like super rad. Bobby and I are using ours as our honeymoon. Like, how cool is that? Like, oh, Beachbody is paying for our honeymoon. Well, at least half of it. We're going to double our stay. We're going to stay longer. But it's kind of cool because for those of you who are going, I know, Jamie, you're staying a few extra days. It's kind of cool how like Beachbody like works with these companies because I went on the Punta Cana Hard Rock website to see how much an extra night was, and it's like $700 and something bucks. But through Beachbody, they allowed us to extend our stay, and it's only like $300 and something bucks. And so Beachbody got us like a super rad rate, and I'm like, that is so cool. Okay. Anyways, I'm excited to see where the 2018 trip is, and I'm excited to register for it. Oh, and something else I want you to know, especially for you who are bringing on new coaches, because what if you bring on a new coach and that person feels like, how am I going to get ahead in the line? Well, if you're a success starter, that puts you even ahead of the line That puts you like a week before the line if you're a success starter. So all your new coaches who come in, let them know that that's another perk of being a success starter, is that they get to register for the trips before everyone else. So that's a really cool benefit as well. Okay, well, that kind of brings us to the basis of the call, and Liz kind of hit the nail on the head with this. I think that something we need to focus on as a team is just to do the basics, you guys, and just do them every day. The 4 beta behaviors every single day, compounded on top of each other, makes a huge result. But if we make excuses for ourselves and only do it when we feel like it, which I don't know about you guys, but I probably only feel like it 2 or 3 times a month. Like, I actually feel like it. Yeah, we're not going to get very far. And I've totally like laid down on my goals for 2 years in a row. And it's like frustrating. And it's like, I know that I could have done more. And I think like the biggest thing for me is my personal development. Like, I can talk to people all I want, but my business is only going to grow as much as I grow. And that's true for all of us. And it's just the same amount we can grow, we can deteriorate if we're not doing something in terms of this business. So if we're compounding, talking to people every single day and adding friends every single day and inviting every single day and doing our personal development and all that every single day, we are going to like exponentially grow. But if we stop doing that stuff, we're not adding friends, we're not inviting any of that, we kind of become who we used to be. And then we literally have to start all over, which is okay. And I've done it 15 million times. And Amy and I were talking about this on our call earlier, and her first reaction was that she felt kind of like she failed, but then she realized, no, I didn't fail. Like, this is still an opportunity and I can still do this, and I just can pick up where I left off. And that's exactly it. So that's what I want everyone to focus on. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. KISS, my little like thing in there, means keep it simple, sister. What we do here is so simple. It's simple, but it's hard. It's hard to do every day. Let me rephrase that. It's easy to do every day, but it's also hard to not do every day, or easy to not do every day. So you can look at it either way. It's easy to do and easy to not do, because you think, oh, it's okay, I'll do double tomorrow. Oh, it's okay, I'll do a lot this weekend. And so we just like make these excuses for ourselves, when really these are the things that we could have had done when, in literally that much time. Like, the time we're on this phone call tonight, you could have like done your power hour and did all your vital behaviors. You know what I mean? It's like, you kind of just have to like think about it like that. And I don't know if this is something that would work for you guys, but I like to make rules for myself. So like last night I was like, I'm really recommitting to my personal development, and I was going to bed and I hadn't done it yet. So pulled up my book and I made myself read for 20 minutes. And by golly, I was like inspired. Like, I was like, oh, I got to do something. I ended up staying till 2 a.m. working because of reading at like 10 p.m. And then I was like inspired to go. I answered messages. I'm like, I'm never leaving my inbox unanswered when I go to bed again. Like, and it's crazy how much it actually like fuels your fire. But really, that's all it is. So I want to know who in here has goals, or as we like to say, outcomes for their business this year. Does anyone have anything they've thought about for this year in terms of their business? Where they want to be, where they want to go with it? This is kombucha, not wine.
I want to go diamond. That's my goal.
You are diamond.
I actually, I bought these diamond Christmas ornaments, and if they were still on the tree, I'd show them to you, because I was like, what, that's going to be my goal for next year. So I bought the diamond Christmas ornaments. I mean, they're not real diamonds, but they're like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not real diamonds.
Let's be real. Okay.
So have you thought more about like when or anything?
But, well, by the end of the year. I'm giving myself the year.
Okay.
Is that unrealistic?
It's very, very, very realistic.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So when I finally was like, okay, I'm going to go diamond, which it's a mindset. I think Jamie and I can both kind of agree on that when you kind of just, I'm going to go diamond, and then it just kind of changes your mindset and you just kind of go for it. I think that I was diamond in less than 2 months, and Jamie, you were diamond, wasn't it like 2 months as well, or 6 weeks or something? It was something crazy. I think she's frozen.
She's definitely frozen.
Okay, I thought I was like, she is having no reaction to that was funny. But yeah, I think that like I literally so my story, I was a coach for a year, like coach status. I was a coach for a year. And then I remember being like, oh my God, diamond? Like there's no way. And then I just was like, I'm diamond, I am diamond, I am diamond. And I inundated myself with personal development, and I was diamond within 2 months.
Wow.
So yeah, I was talking to Amy this morning for the 100th time, in case you guys didn't know. I was talking to Amy this morning. And well, it's just funny because everything in this business is like, it all parallels and all, I mean, there's really no like big secret to like how to do things here. But I was explaining to her, and I've told this story before, but the homeless man who's like, hey bro, do you have $2? And the guy's like, you need $2? No, what do you really need? Just $2. So he gives him $2. He's like, I would have given you $200, but you just asked for 2. And so Amy was saying that she wanted to go Emerald in January. And Amy said she's going to go Emerald in January. And I said, well, what does that look like to you? Like, how many coaches are you going to sign up? And she's like, well, I want to sign up 2 coaches. And I said, okay, you can put it out there that you want to sign up 2 coaches, but what if you put it out there that you want to sign up 8 coaches? You can only get back what you put out there. And so if we are either not putting anything out there or putting out, I want to be diamond in 2017, then when it's December 1st, you're going to go crap. Like, there's the quote about, is it Abraham Lincoln? He has his headphones in. Is Abraham Lincoln the one who cut down the tree? I'm not right. Who is it?
George Washington.
George Washington. Thank you. I'm really good with history. But in a lot
I had to think about it.
Sorry, guys. That's not my forte. In a lot of personal development books, it talks about like where if you give him 5 hours to get down the tree, he'll spend 4 hours sharpening the axe. And then there's another quote that goes, 80% of the work gets done in the last 20% of the time. And so this is why deadlines and having these like outcomes is so important on a timeline, is because otherwise we just don't really have direction. So if I were you, I did it in 2 months. I say you could probably do it in 2 months, but 3 months, if that feels more comfortable to you. It's just really crazy. It's only 8 coaches, and then just an emerald on each leg. And when you get in the groove of going and like signing up coaches, it becomes so much easier than when you like completely stop. Tyler, I think you can speak to that. Yeah.
I recommitted last January, and then I think it was the end of February, beginning March, I had 10 coaches. And then I got like all cocky and happy and like, yeah, I got this. And then I like dead stop. Well, not quite dead stop, but almost. And of course, now I only have 1 or 2 coaches. So I'm like starting over again, which is fine because I can, tell my coaches, don't do what I do because it really happens, the momentum. But it's really when you get in the groove and you start just doing the daily things, because I was working full time at the time and I had a really crappy, stressful job, and I had just lost my baby that Christmas. So like I had a lot of stuff going on, and it's just easy to get in a routine and build up momentum. Like I felt like I wasn't really working very hard. So yeah, just don't stop.
Yeah.
Don't stop.
Yeah, I'm going to tell everyone on here, do not quit your job when, because there's like this curse of like you quit your job and then you like, well, 99% of people quit their job and then they don't do anything because they're like, oh, I got all day. And then you like don't do anything. Yeah, Tyler, but it's okay. I still love you. But it's totally like everyone like complains like, oh, my job. But when you have a job, like your time is so much more structured. When you don't have a job, like where you have to like go somewhere and be somewhere, it's hard because you're like, oh, I can do that later. And then pretty soon that it's like, oh crap, I didn't do that. And it's been a week or something like that.
Well,
so
yeah, I like when I was working full time, I felt like I was very scheduled with my time and then started staying home with the girls. And it's a shit show. Like there are days where it's like 4:00 and I'm like, well, what the hell did I do today? I'm like, I fed the kids lunch and breakfast. That's about it. I mean, like horrible. But yeah.
I totally get way more done when I'm working than when I'm home. It's a thing.
I started like I have to set a schedule for myself. Like from this time to this time, I have to do this, or I just don't do anything. It's awful.
And what's crazy to me, sorry, this is kind of random, but goes into this. What's crazy to me and blows my freaking mind is when people say they don't have time because they work full time and they got this and this and this and this and that. And I'm like, dude, when I didn't work full time, I like didn't have time because, you know, you don't have the time to be like, oh crap, I need to get this done. You don't fit it in because you have all day. So I'm like, trust me, you can make time. You have, it's crazy.
It's almost easier when I feel like when you have all these other responsibilities, so your time is truly precious, like the time you can work versus when you have all day, because when you have all day, you treat it like, well, I have all day, I can do whatever, whenever, and then you just don't.
Yeah.
Very true.
And I didn't mean it like never have a goal to quit your job. I meant like get to a certain point in your business where you've replaced your income before you quit your job, because otherwise you totally screw yourself and then you blame it on Beachbody. No, it's not Beachbody's fault. Look in the mirror. Sorry. I just hate when people do that. And I'm like, that's why they get a bad name because you weren't responsible. And so now you're trying to like, I don't think so. Don't even with me. But anyways, Liz, so once you get into that like groove and you recruit your first 3 coaches, you're going to be like, easy, 3 more. My personal goal is 5 to 8 a month. I'm going to try to recruit 20 coaches in January and 20 coaches in February because I really need to kickstart my business in the beginning of this year in order to reach one of my outcomes, which is elite this year. And that takes a lot of like hard work in the beginning of the year. Again, these numbers sound kind of crazy. 20 to me sounds crazy. I think the most in a month I've ever recruited is 10. But it's only crazy until you do it and then you actually see that it wasn't so bad. So if I were you guys and you guys have goals of rank advancing, which in turn is kind of a goal of, you know, giving yourself raises and having more income supply, recruiting is your number one here. So a good strategy is to try to get to Success Club the first 10 days of the month. Get that out of the way, and you can focus the rest of the month on recruiting. That's when the sneak peek comes in, and that's when you can literally talk about coaching. Something that I used to do, which again, I don't know why I tried overcomplicating it, but I used to talk about the coaching opportunity in some way, shape, or form on my social media, every single day. And when I was doing that, I found it super easy to have a conversation with people about coaching and to get more people interested in coaching. And somewhere along the way, I kind of fell away from that. And I think it was in October or November when I realized I wasn't going to reach elite. I kind of really got down on myself. And I mean, I was just kind of like threw my hands up in the air and kind of had to reevaluate, you know, what am I doing here? And just kind of had to realign my focus and my goals, which is fine. But anyways, so I started posting about it. I don't know if you guys have noticed, I'm talking about coaching more, like reason I love my job. I can do this, I can do that. Look at me in my PJs, look at me in my sweats. I get to talk to people that I love, you know, have these kind of meetings. Like right now is a great opportunity to, you know, take a picture of my kombucha and my computer or my monitor or like me with my monitor, you know, and talk about like these badass babes I get to hang out with every Wednesday night. Where I'm going with this is I've just started doing it again, and I've already had 3 people apply on my application on my Instagram to be a coach. And then I go, I'm such an idiot. Like, why did I stop having that conversation publicly about coaching? Like, why do we stop doing the things that are working? And I really think it's because we try to overcomplicate it, and we try to like come up with some big grand like thing that's like the next thing that's going to work, when really, keep it simple, sister. Keep it at the basics. What worked that month you did really good, keep doing that. Like, we really don't need to do anything like crazy here. But yeah, Liz, I love that outcome, and I don't think you need all year, especially with your drive and your consistency and everything. I think you're going to be great. So I would pick a date so that you know, have something concrete to work towards. So I would say, so you have to have 4 coaches on each leg to get diamond. So 4 over here and 4 over here. Your first 2 automatically just go on each side, and that makes you emerald. And then from there on, you have to select where they go. So everyone in here, once you get to emerald, schedule a call with me so I can show you how to do that. But until you get to emerald, don't worry. But anyways, 4 coaches on each side, and then you have to have 1 coach on each side that is emerald, and that makes you diamond. Here's the deal, you guys. Those first 8 coaches you recruit, that doesn't mean that you're automatically going to have an emerald on each side. So don't just recruit 8 coaches and stop recruiting. Don't do that. What you do, you keep recruiting. Pretty much like get 20 coaches on each side, you know, and help people get to emerald. Like you never ever should you say, oh, I reached this, so I'm going to stop, because then your business will go back. Amy, funny. What happened? Oh, poor girl. But what they say in this business is 1 in 10 will work the business. No. 1 in 10 will be here a year from now. Which, Tyler, funny that you, like the numbers you just said, that you had 10 coaches and only 1 or 2 are still here. So 1 in 10 will be here a year from now, and 1 in 20 will work the business. Okay, so keep recruiting, keep showing the light. And the other thing is you can't just sign someone up and know how they're going to be in this business. I've had people sign up and they're like, I'm a business person, I got this, I'm all about social media marketing, and then they never do anything. I've had someone sign up, Jamie, and not to point any fingers, and say that they were never going to work this business, that they just wanted the discount on Shakeology, and then all of a sudden go diamond in 2 months. So you never know who's going to do what with this opportunity. So don't make up people's minds for them. Don't look at someone and say they wouldn't want to do this. Do not keep someone else's destiny stuck in your mouth. And that's why we have to invite people to this opportunity. You guys, if they don't like it and they don't want to do it, they just cancel. And it's super easy. You used to have to like fax something in. Now you just submit an online form. Super easy. If they don't end up liking it, they can quit. That's not a big deal. But don't not invite people to this coaching opportunity because of some like weird thing you have in your head, or you thinking, oh, you can't make money with this. You can't? That's funny because I feel like you can, because I've never had to pay for my Shakeology. Because I've always worked the business. It's my only stream of income. I'm getting married soon though. Anyways, just kidding. So I've always just had to keep pushing forward with that. But you can't let these like subconscious thoughts you have in your head like hold you back from recruiting. You guys all kind of understand with that? Oh, hi, Braxton. That's cute. Anyways, so invite to this coaching opportunity. The other crazy thing is that you could sign up an Amy Silverman. Isn't that crazy to think about? Like Amy Silverman's coach is like an emerald coach. Like she's not like a crazy like 5-star diamond elite coach. Like her coach is literally maybe diamond. Like I don't remember what she is. I think she goes between diamond and emerald. And that's who signed up Amy Silverman. And Amy Silverman decided to run with this and become a top 10 coach. So now her coach has like just unlimited volume to cycle with forever. It's kind of cool. So you don't want to miss out on that. And here's the other thing. If you don't invite someone, this is like the biggest ego check I've ever gotten. When I moved here, I started going tanning at this tanning salon. And these 2 girls that worked there were so cute. And I was like, oh my God, I want to invite them to do Beachbody. But my ego got in the way. And I was like, no, I'm not going to. And, I friend requested them and did all that. And I was just kind of like, didn't have the nerves to do it. Both of them signed up to be coaches on someone else's team. I was like, dang it. And I think that was kind of like the defining moment in my career. Is that what you would call it? My career. That has, since then, I'm like, I can't hold back and I can't let my ego get in the way, because that really sucked to see them sign up, And I've had people who have talked to some other people like who are my personally sponsored coaches, because obviously we have a ton of mutual friends, and they're like, hey, I wanted to do a challenge, but so-and-so isn't here anymore. Can I sign up with you? Yeah, you can. That's because all the seeds you guys are planting are actually seeds, and they will bloom someday. And if you're not around to, what's the word I'm looking for? To grow them, someone else will.
You reap what you sow, so to reap them.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm not good with history or gardening. Okay. What else am I not good at? See, if I can do this, anybody can do this. Said it once, I'll say it again. Anybody else have anything that they want to put out into the universe for their outcomes for the year?
I'm still behind in that one group that we're doing, like way behind, but I will have it by the end of this week, so by Friday. So bad.
Me and you and Amy are on that track. Oh, does she know what I said? Okay.
Were you talking to me?
Yeah, I said that me and Amy and you are all behind, and we all committed to having it done by this week.
Yeah, it's like every time I sit down to do it, and this is what I've learned too. I've learned a lot about me this year. Like, one, I most likely won't get it done if it's like on the computer. I have to have it out in front of me, like on a piece of paper. And then 2, I cannot do I can do messaging and inviting before bed, but I can't do any personal development or anything like that before bed, because otherwise, like, all night my mind is just like, oh my God, I need to do this, I need to do that. Yeah. So it's like so bad.
Which is why I stayed up till 2 a.m. last night. Oh, that's funny.
And I need to make a dream board, because I always keep committing to it, and then I've never made one, ever. So I need to do that too.
Maybe you and Amy should, you guys are like the same person right now. You guys should hold each other accountable on both of those things.
Yeah, let's do it.
That's Who's laughing was that?
That's me. I'm all frozen on here.
Okay. That's
Like I can't see anybody. I don't know what's going on.
because it says like your volume's not on, so I was like, who is
Oh,
but I can hear you.
yeah. I'm lagging.
Did you have something to add?
No, I was just saying that I'm behind also.
Oh, I thought you
On
were
that.
the only one who was.
Well, remember, I got super ahead because I had time to sit down and do it, and I just kept going with it, and then I hadn't sat down and looked at it since then.
Oh, okay.
So I'm behind too.
Okay, well that makes me feel a little better. I was like, gosh, Liz probably is just rolling her eyes at us because she's ahead of the game.
No.
Well, and I think I'm not 100% sure, but I think Jamie is not done with it either. So we all need to do that because I mean, I know that it's something that is going to help us kind of with our outcomes, you know, in the next year, and doing the journaling part of it throughout the year is what's going to kind of keep us on track with that. So that's good. Well, does anyone have any questions or anything they want to like bring up or talk about?
Earlier we talked about like finding a book for like food addiction. So I looked on the SYSOF, that right? Yeah, page, and found some, and I like listened to a little bit of them and then like read them, and I was like, not really my thing. And then I found this one that's called, will that work? Nope. So it's called Weight Loss, and it's WAIT. And that stands for what am I thinking? So you like ask yourself that before you eat. And then it's like this girl's story is, I don't know, like relatable. Like her dad left when she was young, and he like left and said like, here's some money, go to the candy store and get some candy. So with him leaving, she found comfort in food, and then that like carried on through her life. It's like, oh, cool. So it's really good. If anyone struggles with that, it's good so far. It's like a 3.5 hour book. I have an hour and 15 minutes left.
Oh my gosh.
You know, I've been listening to it all day.
You're binging in a good way.
Totally. More shameless for today.
Oh, I love it.
So
cool. Well, you should maybe like screenshot that and post it in the team page, and I think that'll be good. You guys, whenever you come across something like fun or something that's been helping you, whether that's a book, a way of inviting, I mean, pretty much anything to do with the business, like share it in the team page, or just anything with your health or fitness, share it in the team page. I really want to kind of get more, I don't want to be the only one posting in there. Let's just put it that way. I want to get more of like a community feel. And when you post things, then people start recognizing your name and recognizing you, and it kind of really creates that camaraderie that I'm kind of yearning for, you know? I just think that life is so much easier when we have a group of strong, badass women and Felipe, although I haven't seen him in a while, doing this together. So yeah, that'll be good. Thanks for sharing, Amy. I'm glad you found something. That's awesome. I think I need to listen to that too. I don't always binge, but when I do, it's very bad.
yeah, it's good. And it was like $5. I meant to buy it instead of using an Audible credit, and I ended up using a credit. So
Oh no.
I paid too much for it basically, but that's fine. It's worth it. It's totally worth it.
Good.
Yeah, it goes into like calories and like tracking food, and I'm kind of like I'm listening to that part of it more for like the knowledge of it, because I don't know, anything about like we eat carbs for your brain and your brain needs them, and like I've never heard any of this stuff before, so it's kind of cool. It's like making me interested more in nutrition.
Yeah, I like that. You have your earphones in? Bobby would like to talk. No, I'm kidding. That'll be the day. Huh? Okay, you guys. Well, if you don't have any other questions or anything else you guys want to talk about, I mean, my main thing that I wanted to get across to you guys tonight, with it being the new year, there's more people on the call than there has been in the last like 2 months, which obviously means that people are ready to kind of get going with their businesses again. And I know we're not here just to high five and hug you guys. I know that you guys have goals in terms of your businesses and your lives that are bigger than you're working for right now, or the work that you're putting in. What you get out is a direct reflection of what you put in. And what you put in isn't rocket science. It's literally the 4 vital behaviors every single day, which can be done in less than an hour. Okay? So just think about that. Keep it simple. If you want to go anywhere in this business, you need to know where you're going, have your outcomes always written out for each month, each week, each day, however you want to do it, and do the 4 vital behaviors. Like as simple as that, and your business will grow. And the easier it will get to talk to people and to invite people. And it's so funny because like Tyler used to be just, you know, like she could just do it. But then, and this is kind of like what I was saying about posting recently. I'm like, oh man, I kind of took a break on posting and now it's like hard to post. What do I post? But the more you do something, the easier it gets, and you just kind of flow with it. And so Tyler was so funny. She was messaging me. I hope this is okay, Tyler. I don't think you care. She was messaging me. She's like, what do I say to this? She's like, I feel so weird because like, I feel like I have forgotten everything. And then I was like, and I kind of giggled at her and I was like, Tyler, just say this, you know, just ask what their goals are. She's like, oh my God. She's like, duh. Like, of course, that's what I would say. But it's totally what happens when we get out of practice doing something. It seems like hard, but then the more you do it, it's literally, it gets easier and easier. And that's the same with recruiting. So if that's a fear you have, you just have to go out and invite and start signing people up. After you sign your first 3 people up, you're going to be like, why did I think this was so scary and hard? So just do it, as Nike would say. Nike has been the sponsor of this call. I'm just kidding. I'm such a nerd. Okay. Well, you guys, I think that's it. I'm so proud to see some of you back on here, and I'm excited for our team this year. How cool would it be if just like in a month from now, if we had a bunch of new coaches on the calls and just like get our kind of sense of community back up. I'm really excited for what we have in store this year. So everyone start thinking about their year and their outcomes and just start doing the small steps, put one foot in front of the other, one day at a time, and you'll be able to build this into whatever you need it to be for you. So just know that. Okay, well, I love you guys. Thank you so much for taking time out of your Wednesday night. I really, really, really do appreciate it, you guys. I really enjoy doing this for you guys, and I enjoy kind of trying to help and inspire you guys. And I hope you guys know that I'm always here for you, and you can always schedule calls with me, you know, outside of this call. But it really means a lot to see when you guys do show up on the Wednesday nights, because, you know, I'm taking time out of my schedule too. I don't have to be doing this for you. So it's kind of like sucky when only like 1 or 2 people show up. So it makes my heart full, is what I'm trying to say, to have so many more people on here. So love you much, and let's get to work. January 4th, we have so much more January left. Let's earn a bunch of trip dollars. Let's try to get half of our trips paid for. Okay, love you. Let me know if you need anything. Bye.